Really, nigga?
Hello, this is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Thank you for my new and existing subscribers. But if you haven't, and if it's your first time here, go below this screen, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell twice. So, before we get started on this crazy shit that I'm about to tell you, I just want everyone to keep at least two things in mind. And here they are. Number one, consider fashion in the present day. You know, it goes to strange places sometimes. And they do this in many attempts to find the next big wave or to set the latest, coolest trend. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it just plain doesn't. And let me tell you something. You don't have to like any and everything they put out there because some woke designer is trying to make a fashion statement. The other thing, number two, is to consider history when, speaking of this particular matter. See, I'm from America, so I have to consider the history of blacks in America, often referred to as ADOS, and the portrayal of such. Also, since this man involved with this story is South African, I will also have to consider that history as well. So, with that being said, when I first saw this, I was like, what in the Jim Crow South is this? Let's talk about South African clothing designer Daniel Nogabini, owner and maker of Daniel's Rope Ties. They are, he calls them African rope wear. And this has sparked some controversy and some outrage. Let me tell you about it. He designed a line of neckties that resemble ropes tied like nooses, which really, he should have called it Daniel's Designer Nooses. I mean, look at this. One actually resembles a full noose. They tied around the neck, but the loop part is hanging down. The other design on the tie actually has the noose part tying around your neck, with the rope, like the long part, tied rope part, hanging down your hanging down, so it resembles you carrying a noose around your neck. You know what? I've been seeing this kind of thing a lot lately. The lack of respect for the gravity of these kinds of things based on history. Things such as slave-themed weddings, slave-themed musicals, music videos, slave plays, and now slave fashion accessories. Now, I'm not saying be a perpetual victim, but the noose itself has historically been used for lynching, which where a lot of this outrage is coming from. But I gotta say, some of the outrage is misplaced, and let me apologize in advance. For people, family members of people who have committed suicide, the noose is not necessarily a symbol of such. The reason why I'm saying this is because it can be, but you're gonna have to lump in pills and guns and anything they can tie into any sort of noose, like towels and bed sheets. I mean, it's kind of a slippery slope here. And and I'm not saying that people don't kill themselves with rope nooses, but just saying, like, those were instruments of murder and execution more times than history has counted. So I asked myself, what was Mr. Nogabini thinking? Nogabini claims his vision was to turn a negative into a positive. Here is Nogabini's exact words. We need to change that the rope is not only used to take people's lives, but also something good can come out of the same object. So, what good could he possibly be referred to that can come out of this? Changing perception or lining his pockets based on others' suffering? Yeah, just keep it a buck, bro. I mean, that is what you're trying to make. Also, he clarifies that he is fully aware of the history. And if you want to see proof, he has a Facebook page, Facebook like page advertising his product where he explains he's aware of the history if you want to see for yourself. But see, to me, funny how ADOS, like this thing with non-ADOS blacks, they have this lackadaisical, condescending attitude of ADOS history. But, you know, sorry to say this, a lot of ADOS feels this way as well. So, anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Would you rock this fashion accessory? Would you actually wear this? Would you support this young man's business endeavors? I mean, it is a black-owned business. Or something else entirely. Like I said, let me know in the comments. This is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Long live the habitual line steppers. In Kev we trust. Till the next go round.